Alright, here we go. The butterfly murders. Now I'm going to try and keep this short, not get into too much of a rant, and just pay my respects here. As you can see from the headlines, Mexico's butterfly defender found dead. 2 monarch butterfly activists found dead in same week. Famed butterfly man feared murdered by illegal loggers. Isn't that amazing how they never catch anyone for these crimes, and yet somehow they know it was illegal loggers? Open and shut case, right?
One of Mexico's most iconic species, the monarch butterfly, has just lost perhaps its greatest advocate.
And of course we have to get this from the Qatari government,
Leo Gomez Gonzalez, known as Mexico's monarch butterfly defender,
because
was
our
found dead in a
media
pond in
doesn't
the
think
state
it's
of
important
Michoacán.
enough to cover.
Gomez's mysterious disappearance 2 weeks before his body was found has raised concerns among many in Mexico who say violence against environmental activists has become commonplace.
Violence against environmental activists has become commonplace. I want you to keep that in mind next time you walk around. Americans, these little American activists walk around with their signs and marches. They never get murdered. It's because they're totally ineffective. Well, look at this comment. Being an activist defending nature is one of the most dangerous journeys a human can do on Earth these days. Viva Mexico y descanse en paz. It's true. Defending nature will get you murdered with the quickness. Defending indigenous rights, defending indigenous lands will get you murdered with the quickness. Standing in the way of progress in any way, shape, or form, what they call progress on this sick, sick planet, will get you murdered. Again, notice how none of these American activists ever get murdered or thrown in prison. That's because all they ever do is march and wave signs. Well, I'm going to talk more about that later. Like I said, I don't want to get into too much of a rant. But rest in peace to this man. It was all he wanted to do was defend butterflies. He wasn't doing it to get likes on social media. He wasn't doing it for virtue signaling. He wasn't doing it to be part of some fake movement. He was just trying to save the butterflies. He wasn't trying to fight the government. He wasn't trying to shut down these corrupt corporations that are poisoning the planet. He wasn't even trying to stop illegal logging. He was just trying to keep them out of this one spot, this one place where the butterflies go. And they murdered him for that. Both of them. I want to forget there were 2 activists murdered for trying to defend some butterflies. And then we got these American die-hard radicals who never do anything, never accomplish anything. Because all they do is petition the government and ask them to do something. They never do any boycotts. They never do anything but march and send a bunch of Twitter messages. It's a joke. You want to be a real activist, a real radical? Radical in the true sense of the word. Connected to the root, connected to the community, connected to the earth. That's what these men were. They were radicals in the true sense, not the kind of radicals who paint their face and try to look the part, but radical in the sense that they're connected to nature. They're rooted. You want to be a radical? Go down and try to save the Brazil, the Amazon rainforest. Go down there and try to stand up for indigenous rights. I see how fast they put you in the dirt. Rest in peace to this man. Rest in peace to both of them and all the other people, all the other indigenous people whose names never make the news because they're out there on the front lines. And I'll tell you something, I've seen stories with this whole coronavirus that now these indigenous activists are being murdered more than ever because they can get away with it. Just like that guy in the comments said, standing up for the environment is the most dangerous thing you can do on this planet. Rest in peace.